Detailed explanation of agent application standards. A2A and MCP and AGUI OpenAI is connected to MCP. Google launches A2A, Microsoft and OpenAI are closely bound. The focus of the AI competition has shifted from computing power and model parameters to the unification of agent standard protocols, which also marks the general trend of ecological scale application and the competition among manufacturers for words. Agents are evolving very fast. We no longer just focus on the intelligence level of a single agent I, but explore how multiple AIs can collaborate like a team to complete complex tasks. If agents in the past were isolated islands, then with the introduction of A2A and MCP protocols, we will enter the era of AI swarm intelligence. Analysis of the three key standards in the AI era. 1. MCP protocol, Agent Tool Interaction Standard, Core Role. Solve the problem of interaction between agent and external tools, such as databases APIs. Typical scenarios. Different weather forecast agents follow a unified data format when calling the Weather API, the e-commerce customer service agent, and the inventory system interface synchronize product status in real time. 2. A2A protocol, Interagent Communication Framework Core Role, standardizes collaboration rules between different agents' implementation mechanism, adopts HTTP-like request-response model, built-in conflict resolution, and task allocation algorithm case. Google's travel planning, agent coordinates flight bookings, hotel recommendations, and other subagents through the A2A protocol. 3. AGUI protocol, Human-Computer Interaction Standardization, Innovation, unifies the interaction method between agent and front-end applications, value reflection. Developers do not need to design UI logic separately for each agent application. Rapid adaptation of agent application protocol stack that supports multimodal interaction methods, voice, text, XR, etc. What is MCP? The full name of MCP is Model Context Protocol. It was released as an open source by Claude's parent company Anthropic at the end of 2024 and has ushered in a spurt of development and attention. At the beginning of 2025, giants such as OpenAI and Google announced that they have added and supported MCP usage examples. The three major international AI giants have all embraced MCP. MCP is a tool calling specification provided for intelligent agents. Simply put, it defines which services or tools can be accessed by AI, such as database query, goods operations, API interfaces, third-party API calls, the calling method, parameter format, requirements input and output formats of each service, how to describe the execution process of a task, conditional judgments, and capability boundaries. The core function of MCP is to enable agent to independently call external tools and resources to complete specific tasks like humans operating software. Example scenario. Assume that an agent is responsible for generating operational daily reports and needs to extract sales data from the database. Call the chart interface to generate visual charts, and then send them to managers through the email system. If it has the MCP description of the corresponding system, in advance it can clarify the sales data API interface and calling method, or database source and table structure. Let the agent know the data format that needs to be passed into the chart generation service API, automatically organize the calling sequence, and judge and resolve situations by itself to achieve a complete closed loop. The value of MCP lies in standardizing the operating language between agents and systems or tools, reducing the cost of custom development and repeated docking between different applications, making it easier for agents to expand their skill trees. The application of the MCP protocol is inseparable from the use of function calling. OpenAI introduced the function calling function as early as June 2023, giving the agent the ability to perform specific tasks. Through function calling, the model can understand and execute characteristic function calls based on context, such as searching knowledge bases, searching the network stocks, geography, and other real-time information, performing mathematical calculations, etc. After that, Google and Anthropic also successively launched the function calling capability of the model. However, there are many incompatibilities in the interfaces, formats, and details of function calling capabilities between different models. Examples are as follows. These differences require developers to make adaptation function declarations, parameter transfers, response parsing, etc. for different models, which greatly increases the complexity of integrating multiple different models for agent developers. Therefore, MCP is proposed as a general protocol, aiming to provide a standardized way for models to manage and utilize context, and provide a unified protocol to interact with the external world, tools, services, data. Taking this classic example picture as an example, using MCP is like plugging a computer into a USB-C interface, which simplifies the adaptation of various external devices. AI models can easily call various data sources, tools, and APIs in the system through MCP. MCP architecture example diagram source. Nora Sackle on https://x com/nora//status/1,838,864,570,593,663. Generally, models that support MCP usually need to support function calling. In theory, as long as the model can understand and generate structured calling protocols, such as JSON RPC, gRPC, REST-TFL API, etc., MCP capabilities can be achieved. Function calling is the most basic and recommended way to implement MCP. What is A2A? In March 2025, while MCP was out of the circle, Google also launched a high-level advanced version protocol, A2A, agent-to-agent. Although A2A and MCP both solve the integration and interaction problems of different units in the AI system through open and standardized methods, the goals and scopes of A2A and MCP are essentially different. MCP solves the integration of agents and external tools/data and is the communication specification between agents, while A2A is committed to promoting communication between independent agents and helping agents in different ecosystems communicate and collaborate. A2A, agent-to-agent protocol, as the name suggests, is a set of protocols that define how agents communicate and collaborate. In the past, AI was more like a one-player expert system. In more and more real-world scenarios, a task often requires the cooperation of multiple agents. The A2A protocol was born to solve these collaboration problems. How to discover and understand other available and interactive agents, how to initiate requests, share context and synchronize progress, how to negotiate and coordinate, divide work, feedback results, and even fault tolerance and interrupt handling. Example scenario. Suppose you say to the voice assistant, "Book me a ticket to Guangzhou next week," and submit it to the company for reimbursement. This task actually involves multiple AI agents. 1. Voice Assistant AI is responsible for semantic understanding and task distribution. 2. Flight Search AI provides flight options. 3. Ticket booking, AI completes payment and ticket issuance. 4. Reimbursement process, AI submits application documents to the enterprise system. During this process, agents initiate interaction requests through the A2A protocol and transfer context to ensure that each subtask can be connected smoothly. Even if these agents are developed by different platforms or companies, they can achieve interoperability and collaboration as long as they follow the same A2A protocol. For example, there is a scalper general agent with a wide range of businesses. This scalper cooperates with scalpers in various fields, such as concert and event ticket grabbing, hospital hot numbers, milk tea, moon cake arrangement, etc. They use special means, such as internal channels, scripts, human flesh queuing, etc., to solve user needs. Scalpers in various fields are agents. An MCP is a protocol that connects these agents with their structured tools, such as ticket-grabbing scripts. A2A is an agreement between a user or a scalper agent and a scalper agent. For example, I want a ticket for Zhu Maomu's concert. Based on the A2A agreement, agents can conduct two-way communication and continuously optimize plans, such as I want tickets for July 23. Any price is acceptable in Jiangsu, Zhejiang, and Shanghai, and finally achieve ticket booking. As an open protocol, A2A mainly considers the main issues and challenges of interagent communication in user and enterprise interaction. The official introduction of its main functional features is as follows. A2A protocol example source, https://A2A protocol, AI/standardized message format. Just like people need a common language to communicate, A2A creates a unified language for agents, allowing them to clearly express information such as, "What do I need?" And "This is my answer." Discovery mechanism. In social networks, agents can search and understand what other agents can do, and then decide who to make friends with. Task delegation framework. Similar to how a project manager allocates work when an agent faces complex problems, it can assign different parts to other agents who are best at handling these problems. Capability advertisement. Just like posting resumes on a recruitment website, each agent can promote its own strengths and form a service market. Security and access control. Equivalent to an access control system, ensuring that only authorized AI assistants can communicate with each other to prevent information leakage or unauthorized operations. A2A contains 3 core roles. User, which exists in the protocol and is mainly used for authentication and authorization. Client agent, the task initiator. Server agent, the executor of the task. The communication between client and server is carried out at the granularity of tasks. Each agent can be either client or server. The typical process of a 2A is as follows. A typical workflow multi-agent system. MAS is the development trend of agent systems because it is more suitable for solving complex problem solving, distributed tasks, simulating social systems, etc. In a multi-agent system, each agent focuses on a single field and has less than 10 tools. Team collaboration requires reasoning support, otherwise the success rate is low. Current success rate is 50%. Taking the stock analysis team as an example, one agent is required to focus on analyzing stock data, and another agent provides stock operation suggestions. However, the MAS system is still immature in 2025, and there is still a lot of debate in the industry about single agent or multiple agents. The design and coordination mechanism of the MAS system are highly complex, and its behavior is difficult to predict and control. It is currently more suitable for research than production, So the A2A protocol has not developed and become as popular as the MCP protocol. Differences and synergies between A2A and MCP features: MCP, Anthropic; A2A, Google. Initiator Anthropic Google release form open source problems solved how. The agent operates external tools, how the agent collaborates with other agents object model, plus data source interface layer. Between agents, behavior layer, architecture. Goals standardized model access tools and data sources, standardized communication and collaboration. Between agents protocol basis client/server protocol, HTTP, plus JSON plus agent card. Developer participation access tools provide capabilities to build a complete agent system. The two do not conflict but complement each other. MCP allows agents to do things and master the ability to use tools. A2A allows agents to collaborate and have the ability to form a team to complete tasks. In a complete multi-agent system, MCP describes the capability boundaries of each member, and A2A defines the communication mechanism between teams. Only when the two are combined can the agent truly have the ability to collaborate independently. AGUI protocol, AGUI, Agent User Interaction Protocol, is an open-source protocol proposed by the Copilot Kit team in May 2025. It aims to solve the problem of standardization of interactions between agents and front-end applications, and provides a lightweight, event-driven open protocol to achieve real-time two-way communication between agents and user interfaces. The emergence of the AGUI protocol is mainly to solve the following standardization issues in the interaction between agents and front-end applications. Its workflow is as follows. The client initiates an agent session through a POST request, establishes an HTTP stream, such as SSC or WebSocket, and other protocols to realize real-time monitoring and transmission of events. Each event contains type and meta information metadata, which is used to identify and describe the event content. The agent continues to push events to the UI side in a streaming manner. The UI end dynamically updates the interface in real time based on each event received at the same time. The UI end can also send events or context information in reverse for the agent to process and respond in real time. AGUI workflow example diagram source, https://webflow, Copilot. AI. The core part of the AGUI protocol lies in the definition of events. Text message event, text message, is used for real-time streaming text generation, similar to the typing effect of AI Copilot. Tool call event, tool call, is used for complete tool call lifecycle management. State management events, state, are used for state synchronization to ensure that the client and server states are consistent. Lifecycle events, run**step, are used for execution control and manage the lifecycle of the entire agent execution. The event type definition of the AGUI protocol reflects the core requirements of the agent system. Streaming processing, state management tool integration, error handling, and scalability. The design of the protocol takes into account both the efficiency of technical implementation and the smoothness of user experience. It is an important reference for the design of modern AI application systems. Currently, the AGUI protocol officially launches Python SDK and TypeScript SDK. The author personally tested using the AGUI protocol to realize the interaction between the server and the client. Taking Python as an example, you can use the from AGUI. Core related capabilities of the AGUI protocol package to generate AGUI protocol events instead of handwritten JSON. The core events of AGUI protocol are defined in AGUI. Core events, which supports constructing events using classes such as text message, start event, text message content event, and text message end event, and then outputting them using model dump JSON. Cursor can be used to implement server and client code based on the AGUI protocol. When debugging server and client code, you can use the Browser Tools plugin and configure the Browser Tools MCP server for the cursor. In this way, the cursor can quickly locate and debug the browser behavior through the call MCP tool, as shown below. After several rounds of dialogue and interaction, a simple front-end and back-end application of the AGUI protocol can be implemented. Cursor uses Browser Tools automatic debugging AI code rate 100% front-end service. Why is this important? Although current large models such as GPT-4, Claude, etc., have powerful understanding and generation capabilities, most of them are still single intelligence. To move towards a multi-agent intelligence system, multi-agent intelligence, we must solve underlying issues such as collaboration, communication, and invocation. The emergence of a 2A and MCP is the first step in building an AI ecological operating system. Improve the reusability and interoperability of agents, lower the threshold for cross-platform integration, promote the evolution of agents from tools to collaborators. This applies not only to virtual assistants, but will also play a key role in multiple areas such as enterprise automation, intelligent customer service, robot teams, and even smart cities. In summary, the comparison of the three major protocols of the current agent protocol stack in various dimensions is as follows. The three protocols jointly build the infrastructure of the agent system framework, allowing the agent to grow hands and feet, MCP, have collaboration partners, A2A, and have an entrance to implement AGUI. These three protocols promote the evolution of the agent system from a single agent to multiple agents, improving the underlying capabilities and upper-layer user experience. At the same time, the openness and compatibility of the protocols also stimulate the possibility of more innovative AI applications and cross-border collaboration.